Olá, todo mundo, boa noite, seja muito bem-vindo. Eu sou a Lara Carolina, eu faço parte da CREX, Coordenação de Relações Exteriores, e esse ano eu estou responsável pelo SCOF, nosso Comitê de Saúde Pública, juntamente com a Flávia, e a Bia e a Malu, que nos ajudam, são a nossa rede de ajuda. Eu estudo Medicina na Federal de Sergipe. Se quiser se apresentar, a Bia, fica à vontade.
Oi, gente, boa noite. Então, eu sou a Beatriz, como a Lara falou, eu faço parte da rede de ajuda do SCOF. Eu sou estudante de medicina na Federal do Triângulo Mineiro e eu espero que o evento seja muito bom.
Perfeito, então vamos aqui para algumas informações, vocês precisam saber. Primeiro que a feira de intercâmbios ela tem duração de 4 semanas e ela vai acontecer nas quartas e nas quintas. Essa é a nossa segunda semana e o horário varia de acordo a cada semana. Então, cada semana vocês podem ir lá no Instagram da DENEM, vai ter a programação da semana juntamente com os horários. E esses horários são horários de Brasília, tá? Não se esqueçam. E para receber certificado, vocês precisam comparecer 75% do evento, ou seja, 6 dos 8 dias, e o formulário de presença será enviado a cada dia, tanto no início quanto no final da apresentação. E as perguntas, elas podem ser feitas tanto pelo chat, quanto pelo formulário, que a gente vai enviar no chat. E é basicamente isso. Hoje nós temos duas NMOs, dois países aqui para apresentar os seus intercâmbios para nós. O primeiro é El Salvador, quem vai vir é o Daniel, e o segundo é o Chile, que quem vai vir com a gente é a Paloma, tá bom? Agora eu vou falar em inglês para receber o Daniel. O José, desculpa, gente. Vamos lá. Hi everyone, my name is Lara. This is Bia. We are going to start our exchange fair. And the first country that is going to present their exchanges is going to be El Salvador with Jose. And he is right here, so I'm taking off me and Bia from the screen and I'm putting Jose now. So welcome, Jose.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I hope that you can see my screen. And I will try to present you a little bit about our beautiful El Salvador. And my name is Jose Miguel Gutierrez. I'm from El Salvador, and well, right now I'm going to try to tell you a bit of the experience that you can encounter if you come here and visit us for the next season. So first, a little about us. And we got a democratic republic. Our official language is Spanish, but English is spoken a lot in tourist areas, and almost every, not most of young people speak English. If they don't speak it so fluent, at least they understand it. So communication might not be a problem for you. Our world time is GMT minus 06, and our climate, well, I'm going to touch that a little bit later, but our official currency is the US dollar, so that makes the exchange rates a little bit easier for you. And starting from September, Bitcoin is going to be a legal tender. So, well, that's another plus in when it comes to the exchange rates. So, yeah, we're called El Purgarcito. We're a very small country in the heart of Central America. And we're very small, as I'm telling you, and we got just an ocean front of the Pacific Ocean. So, yeah, we got very pretty beaches, just as the ones that you got in Brazil. But the good, the bad, and the fantastic. I know that I'm here trying to sell you El Salvador, but it will be hypocrite for me not to talk about every aspect of El Salvador, because I can be right now and I can tell you about every majestic thing that we have, and you might be very enchanted about El Salvador. Then you're going to Google El Salvador and you're going to see some stuff, and you might actually feel betrayed. So I want to tell you everything, from the great to the not so great. First, the bad. First, not a bad thing, but if you're looking for a colder weather, snow, or just a different climate, well, you're not going to find it here. We got a warm climate all year long. And between May and September is really rainy. Like right now, it's raining really hard. And in October, November, we may have a more chilly, windy climate. The temperatures vary from 25 degrees Celsius to 35, and it's really humid. So If you want a colder place, El Salvador is not your option. Public transportation is not good and not safe. So we do not recommend for you to go on buses. We don't have a metro, so it's only public buses, but they tend not to be so safe because there are thieves and there may be some security problems, and we don't want that. But there's a plus. Almost every host family, if not all of them, tend to have a personal car. So your host is going to provide you for that transportation for wherever you need it. And if there are some problems with your host, maybe the times or whatever, you want to go further, Uber has a very excellent service. Or even we as the federation, we can help you with the transportation, because our main goal is for you to have a great time and to see the great things of the country without feeling unsafe. Second, we don't got the best technology in the hospital. So if you want a high-end type of experience in our hospitals, you won't find that. But, like, there's always a but. What we lack in technology, because our practices are in public hospitals, we may give it to you in the way of clinical experience. As I repeat, because we do our practices in public hospitals, you have the opportunity to have a very, very, very hands-on experience. For example, if you like OBGYN, you may even deliver babies in the second week of your exchange. So that's a thing that you, as a fourth, third year, fifth year student, I don't know if you do that in Brazil, but it's a very hands-on experience. In surgery, you may go into surgeries and you may suture patients. If you're in emergencies and surgeries, you may do curations, you may help immobilize patients that have fractures, you may take out bullets, whatever. You can do a lot of stuff. And that's our main premise, and that's our main offering for you, is that it's going to be a very hands-on experience. You're going to do a lot of things. You're going to have a lot of contact with patients, and it's going to be a very clinical and enriching experience. We're not the safest place on earth. And if you Google El Salvador safety, yeah, there are going to be a lot of news about how we got a very high homicide rate or high theft rates. But, and I'm telling you, there's always a but. And this tends to be in specialized zones of El Salvador. Our LCs, we have 3 LCs, and I will explain about them later, but tend to be on the richest parts of the city. Our private universities that have convenience with public hospitals, but in reality, almost every host family, if not all, and all the universities are in the richest parts of El Salvador, which tend to be really, really safe. There are no problems with homicides or anything. And if you want to go to a tourist parts, they're also really safe. But as I'm telling you, we as a federation try to make you feel safe in every way possible. So even if we go to tourist parts, we try to go with police or go with security in order for you to have even a better and secure time. To the date, we have not had any problems with any of our incoming. So I can assure you that even though news may tell you that we're not the safest place, we're going to make you the safest place. And where you're going to stay is a really, really safe space. So don't worry. The good. Here I put the Big Mac Index because it's a way for you to understand how the currency exchange in our country might work. And I think, I don't know, but I feel that we are a kind of cheap country. For example, here at Big Mac, as I put in the Big Mac Index, it costs like $5.50 US, which is equivalent to a 21.90 reals. So I don't know if that's cheap, but I think it is. I don't know. But when it comes to food, for example, in expensive restaurants, the most expensive meal, and when I mean the most expensive, like really very high grade, is of $40. Normal meals in expensive restaurants cost you from $10 to $20. And if you want more typical food, a pupusa, which is our typical dish, costs you about from 60 cents to $1. So you can eat outside. If you go to a typical place for like $3, $2, so it can be a very cheap experience. I have to tell you that depends on the zones where you are, because you might even encounter very high prices on more touristy places, especially in tourist hotels. The other great thing is that distances are really short. You may be in the crater of Ilamatepec volcano at noon and watch the sunset at a beautiful beach. It's like 20, 15, 30-minute drive. And even the distances in the city tend to be short. For example, most students of every university live like 10 to 15 or 20 minutes away from the university or the hospitals. So transportation, as I'm always telling you, tends to not be so difficult. So you can also have that in mind. And even from the city, for example, beaches are like 30 minutes away, the most 1 hour, 2 hours away. But everything is really close in El Salvador. And as I already say, English is spoken by many people in here. So here's the economic district in El Salvador. So you can see that in this type of zones is where you can encounter the universities. Like for example, Matias, which is one of our LCs, is like right here. It's really close, and it's in the middle of the rich part and the economic district of the country, which is very pretty and very modern. Here is Catedral Santana, which is one of our other LCs. It's a more colonial and rustic place in Santana, but it's also a very pretty town. Here you can see the cathedral, and here is the town center of Santana, which is also very safe and very nice. Then here we got Suchitoto, which is another colonial country that here has a man-made lake. So the architecture tends to be more colonial-like, and you can also enjoy a great view for the Suchitlan Lake. We got a lot of multiculturalism and we got Mayan heritage. When I mean multiculturalism, I mean that we have gotten a lot of immigrants from different parts of the world. So even if you don't like, or you're looking for Peruvian food, you're looking for a Japanese type of places to do tourist things, here you got them, because we got a lot of multiculturalism in our bloods. A lot of Palestinians come here, a lot of Italians, a lot of even Brazilians, I think, Peruvians, Colombians. So we got a rich culture that has nurtured from it, from all of this multiculturalism. And we have a lot of also, with the cultural part, we got a lot of archaeological sites that date to our ancestors, the Mayans. So it's a very interesting tourist thing that we can do if you want to come to El Salvador. Here is the main city. This is an aerial view of the city at night. We're called the country of volcanoes because everywhere you look, you will see a volcano or a mountain or something. It's a very pretty landscape, and I think you will enjoy it. But here we got another main view of the inner city. Here is our stadium. We like soccer a lot, but we're really bad at football. So yeah, we're not like Brazil in that way, but people love it in here. So even if you want to go to the stadium, that's another great activity that we can do if you want to come here. They're fantastic. Now I will show you some paradisiac, and backgrounds that you can actually see some amazing views that you can get when you come to here. Here, this photo is in Chalatenango, which is like a more mountainous region in El Salvador. Is located in the north and near the border with Honduras. And it's kind of a more cool climate, and it's full of green vegetation, life, and it's very pretty. Here we got a lot of waterfalls. We got like 14 or 20 waterfalls. This is one of my favorites, is Salto de Maracatupan. You can bathe in these waters. They're warm, they're amazing, and it's another great view from our country. Here is the beaches, as I'm telling you. This is one of the expensive hotels that I was telling you about, but it's also a great experience if you want to save the money and come and see things in this way. It's another experience that we can manage to arrange for you. Here in this photo might look like it's taken from Australia and it's alive, but no, we got even a coral reefs in a beach called Los Coños. Here you can see and watch whales, you can see these sea turtles, and you can dive and see their coral reefs. So it's another amazing experience that you can have if you come here. This is one of my favorites, and it's Conchagua, and it's a place where there's volcanoes, volcano islands, and a beach underneath. Here we have taken students in which we camp, we see the sunrise, and then we go down to the beach, so you can have this background while you are bathing on the beach. Here's another photo, so you can watch. Here is the camping site where we have gone, and it's just an amazing experience. And as I'm telling you, we're the land of volcanoes, and this is an interesting part. This is the Sala volcano, and in Santa Ana, you have the possibility, well, even if you're in San Salvador, there's another activity that we managed to arrange, and it's that because everything is so close, and there's this like, how do you say, this complex in which you got Izarco volcano, here is Ilamatepec volcano, and here is Cerro Verde, and here is Lago Coatepeque. So as I'm telling you, in a day you can be at the top of this volcano, and 30 minutes later, well, once you get down, right, you can be in another volcano, another top, or you can be in La Coatepeque bathing in the beautiful turquoise waters that it can offer you. So it's an amazing experience, and I'm really excited. Here is Ilamantepec volcano, which I think is one of the prettiest ones that we have. I know many of the pictures I'm presenting you can seem like they're kind of fake or touched because obviously they might be from internet or from great photographers, but I'm telling you that this is exactly how it looks like. For example, I got a picture that I'm in this volcano, and you can see it's just as the picture. Well, when you see it in the inside, right? Here's another picture from Chattanango, but and if you don't want just the outdoorsy, the nature part, we got great museums. This is an archaeological and anthropologic museum that you can also visit if you want to come here to El Salvador. Here is a main dish, the pupusa, which, as I'm telling you, is really cheap. Is really yummy. I know that may not look so great in the picture, but when you taste it, you're going to say, wow. It's a flour-based tortilla with cheese and pork and beans, and it's amazing. It's lovely. But I know this is not about tourism. Enough about this. I'm not trying to sell just the touristy parts of our exchange program, because I know that there has to be a great balance with the cultural part, the tourist part, but also the clinical experience that you will achieve when you come to El Salvador. So we got 3 LCs that are shared with 3 universities. Hospital San Rafael is exclusive for Universidad Matias. As of, well, I'll explain that from later, but in Hospital San Rafael, you can have an exchange in internal medicine, pediatrics, gynecology and obstetrics, surgery, and intensive care. But here's the but. Even though we might accept you in a general branch, it doesn't mean that you're going to only see general things about the specialty. For example, internal medicine, our tutors tend not to be just internists. They tend to be endocrinologists, cardiologists, pneumologists. So even though you are internal medicine, you may have rotations like every week or every 2 weeks with different specialties. And you're going to see internal medicine as a whole, but your tutor might be a specialist. And that's in even more important mainstay in surgery, because, for example, you might have a rotation of 1-2 weeks with an orthopedics, and the next one with a neurosurgeon, and the next one with a general surgeon. And even though, well, and then intensive care, which is an amazing exchange that you can have. I know that right now, because of COVID, this is kind of scary, but we hope that next year everything's going to be more open and more tranquil. So I can tell you that intensive care department in Hospital San Rafael is one of the best, even in Central America. I think it's the best of Central America. It's touted by by the World Health Organization. So yeah, I'm inviting you to these departments that you will love. We encourage night shifts because in night shifts, you're going to be able to experience this specialty in a different way. Because there's less staff, you will have more opportunities to do more stuff. So you might be more in contact with patients, you will be in care of patients. And for example, in surgery, you will be able to perform surgery, small surgeries on people that come, for example, with wounds or people that come for crashes. You might actually be able to do a lot of the hands-on things that you will do, the doctors do, specialists do. And in gynecology obstetrics, as an OBGYN, I'm sorry, as I'm telling you, you can have a very more hands-on experience with the night shifts because I'm telling you there's less staff. It means you got more opportunities of delivering babies, going to C-section surgeries, going and helping mothers with difficult pregnancies and in-term pregnancies. So yeah, it's a very interesting experience that I recommend. Then is Hospital San Camilo. Hospital San Camilo is in part for Matias and in a part for Universidad Angélica. So in this way, we have a greater variety, of tutors. So here we offer internal medicine, pediatrics, gynecology, obstetrics, surgery that it works, every specialty works the same as I've already told you, and we're trying to get palliative care. So if you're interested in an exchange in palliative care, this is a great opportunity because this department is really new in this hospital, and it's a very, very interesting and wholesome specialty. So I do recommend it. And also night shifts. And Hospital San Juan de Dios. This one is shared with UNASA University and with Evangelica University. Here they got internal medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and surgery. As I already told you, because they share the hospital, that means there's a greater variety of tutors. And here their specialty, if you want my recommendation, is pediatrics. They got a very, very, very nice, this is a more technological, pediatrics and neonatal ward. So as I'm telling you, we are very malleable. Even though you're going to do something in a general branch, you might experience a lot of things that are proper for specialties. And workshops. This is a new thing that we're going to try to implement with every person that comes to exchange, and is do small workshops that can apply to the exchange that you're making. For example, if you're in surgery, we might do a small surgery workshop. So you learn the basics of suture, and that way, when you're in the hospital and a patient comes, you are certain or you have the ability to perform sutures in live patients. Or if you are in the surgery ward, you might actually do a suture with a patient that is doing elective surgery. So that's one type of thing that we can teach. Or for example, obstetrics workshop, when we teach you or give you the basics on how to deliver babies, and then when you are in the obstetric room under obstetric exchange, you can actually apply the theory and the abilities that we teach you in workshops to the exchange itself. In that way, make it more rich. So as I'm telling you, we would love to have you in El Salvador, and I hope that you fell in love with our country because we would love to have you here. We try to do the best to give you the best experience. We're very hands-on with every person that comes, and we will try, we'll make our best for you to live here with a great smile and great stories. So los esperamos pronto, and it's amazing to be here with you today. I hope that I can see you soon, and we're here for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Your presentation was amazing. I'm impressed. I'm in love with the waterfalls and the volcanoes. Now I want to go to El Salvador. You really convinced me.
We'd love to have you here.
Well, there are some questions we have. I don't know if Lara have put that. Lara. Oh, we received a question about the host. You said some people stay at host families and stuff. We want to know if you accepted couples or group of friends. That is possible or no?
We do accept couples, but I don't want to tell you that yes, you can be in the same house or the same room, because we need to ask the families that are going to receive you if that's possible. But even though, as I'm telling you, everything is so close, so we can put you, for example, next in a house that's really close or near to your girlfriend's or boyfriend's house. In that way, even though you're not in the same house, you can be very close one from each other. This applies for the same group of friends. If you come with a group of friends, we can arrange for you to be very close together. So that way, even though you're not in the same room or the same house or living together, we can you can be close to each other. If you really, really, really want to be with a couple of your group of friends, we will try to see what we can work out to arrange something that can be manageable for both or well, all of you.
Okay, that's right. I think. Oh, and about the
Really sorry.
school projects. I think now I'm back. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, Bia, yes, you're back. Can you repeat the question?
We want to ask you if there about the scope projects. If there are any basic science researchers or only clinical research.
Here we got a lot of problems with research. It's still very limited, and there are not lot of project. Well, there are no science researches in our level. They tend to be for our graduation theses. There are researchers available, so in that way we cannot give you that. Sorry, we don't have that available.
Oh, that's fine. Is there any more questions? We received a question about, do you accept graduated students?
According to our exchange conditions, we don't, but so I'm telling you, there are a lot of things that are changing in our structure, and we're still debating with our bosses, our presidents, if that should be something that we should do. So for the moment, no, but this could change. Sorry. Yeah, it's not the private chat. For the moment, no, but this could change in any time. So yeah, you should stay tuned for that.
Okay, that's great. I don't know if have any more questions, Lara? I think no. So, what month do you think is the best one to go?
Okay, I think that the best month to go might be October, November, or well, even September. That's a better climate, and from the first half of the year, I think a great month to come is March, April. And summers, I know that it's your vacation time, and also in Christmas, well, December and January, but it's also our students' vacation time, and that's when we send them to the exchanges. So we have less students to receive. So it's kind of difficult to put you in houses, and also because we're in vacation, the hospital work is different. So the dynamics will have to change. It doesn't mean that you cannot come in summers or on December or January. We arrange things. We try to do our best and always do it. So don't worry. But if you ask me the perfect month, I think it's October, November, or March, April. That's, I think, a very sweet spot because we're in classes and you can actually enjoy a little more of the country.
Okay, this is the last question. Let's see. Let's wait for it.
So, yeah.
Peraí, você que... You're gonna ask.
Okay, so
I was expecting.
I think that's it. Thank you a lot, Jose. I was, as Bia, I was like super excited to go to El Salvador right now. I was like, oh my gosh, I am watching myself doing things in El Salvador, like clinical experiences and stuff. So thank you so much. I think that in some comments, like Andre also is so excited for going there. Like, hope see you in El Salvador soon. So thank you a lot. I think this was an excellent presentation. And thank you, Bia. So I'm taking off the screen right now. Ok. Oi, todo mundo. Então, esse foi o final da nossa apresentação do El Salvador. Nós iremos começar agora a nossa apresentação com o Chile. Então, vamos lá. So, hi, Daniel. How are you? Feel welcome here to our space. So you have minutes for the presentation. And are you going to present something, share a screen? Yes or no?
Hi, Lara. I'm very fine. Thank you. How are you? Yeah, I'm going to share my screen so I can show you a presentation that we prepared in Chile. So, give me 1 second. I've never used this program. So,
Oi, gente, vamos dar aí uns minutinhos, porque eu acho que o Daniel caiu, apertando o botão errado. E vamos dar uns minutinhos aí para ele voltar. Só um instante. Pronto, Daniel voltou. Hi, Daniel.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what just happened. Let me open again the presentation because like Google Chrome just shut down. So
okay, no problem.
Thank you. Let me. Just 1 second. Here. So now I'm going to trying to share my screen again. Hope this time it will work. So are you seeing my screen?
Yes, we are seeing a screen right now. Okay, you feel free to start the presentation whenever you want.
Okay, I'm just going to. Yeah, okay. So, hi, my name is Daniel. I am from IFMSA Chile. I am the SPD, that's Exchange Super Division Director of this year. And I'm going to talk to you about Chile and why we are a great country to do your exchange experience. So, well, this is a presentation about our exchange program and why do you have to choose us? And here you can see some pictures of a lot of places we have in Chile that are so gorgeous. And we have a lot of experience that you can live here that are so great, and you will never regret about taking your exchange here. But first, we have a video that I would like to show you. Okay, so first about our clinical clerkships, as we know, we have a 4-week observation rotation that you must have the subject approved in your student record, or you can tell us in your AF that the subject will be approved at the beginning of the exchange. You don't have to forget to bring your own white coat and your stethoscope. And we have a lot of departments here in Chile. Depends on the month that if these departments are available or not. But you can check our exchange conditions so you can know which departments we have here to do your exchange. And we have a lot of open arrival trainings to improve our academic quality that on some topics are global health, human rights, healthcare systems, and a lot of more things that you can learn here. So here we have our LCs that are the principal cities that we have host families that can have you here. So in the north of Chile, we have Antofagasta and La Serena. There in the center zone of the country, we have Valparaíso, San Felipe, and Santiago. And more in the south of Chile, we have Curicó, Talca, Concepción, Temuco, and Puerto Montt. The two principal LCs are Santiago and Temuco that I'm going to talk about a little bit here. First, we have Temuco, that it's in the south of Chile. It has a lot of national parks and green areas that are really, really beautiful. Like a lot of postcards are have the images that we can see in Temuco and in the region that it's Araucanía. We have a lot of nature, and you have really good places to go if you want to come to Chile. Here we have the hospital Hernán Enriquez Aravena, and some departments are alternative medicine that it's very interesting, neurology, gynecology and obstetrics, internal medicine, surgery, and much more. Like I said, these departments depends on the month that you want to come to see if they're available or not. And Temuco is like the start point to another destinations that are really interesting to see in the region in Araucanía, because it's very central in that region. So they're all connected with different roads that you can take to take a look of these places. And in the other hand, we have Santiago, that it's the capital and the center of Chile. Here we have two special hospitals that are Hospital del Pino and Hospital Clínico UC, like UC, for the Catholic University. And in this city, we have like all the departments available around the year. Like I said, it depends on the month, but you always can check our EC and see if the department that you're interested is here in Santiago. It's a very an urban place. It's a big city, and it has a lot of history, museums, artistic places. It's very beautiful. It has a lot of things to do in Santiago. And a great thing about Santiago, it's that, like I said, it's very center. So you can take like a bus and go to Viña del Mar or Valparaíso. Like for the weekend, there are also very known places here in Chile, like for the beaches or to see some nature parks or to do another activities. You have buses or transport to everywhere near Santiago. You can also go to places here in that region in Santiago, like El Cajón del Maipo or other things. You can go to the snow. It's very nice to have your clinical clerkship here in Santiago because it's really, really central. And also, if you like trekking, there's a lot of hills in Santiago that you can climb. So it's really interesting. Here we can see a lot of pictures from some incomings we had a few years ago, and there will like here is the north. You can see some places in Santiago, and here are they in their clinical rotation. So another important thing about our country is the social program. We have a lot of places like all the LCs that I show you, but the principals always are Santiago, La Serena, Antofagasta, Temuco, Valparaíso, that are the most required places from Chile. Here, the social program is the opportunity you have to know the culture of Chile, to know the people, to know the food, the places. Always, we have a lot of members of our LCs that are so motivated to work with all the incomings. Unfortunately, the last 2 years we didn't have the opportunity to receive incomings, but all our people were always so motivated to work. If we ever have the possibility to bring some people to Chile, you can know a lot of nature places, you can know museums, monuments, do a lot of activities, and you have a real good time. Here in Chile, also we're very friendly, so there's always a hand near you, and there's always be a friend that will help you or receive you or have a good time with you. And also, it's very important to say that here in Chile we have our national social program when we put together all of our incomings, and that's in July, August, and January. Here you can see some pictures of the social program. First, it's like in a lake. Here you have some place in the south when you can see the snow. Here's like the international dinner when we mix all the cultures. This is in Santiago, in the center of Chile. Here's another place when you have so beautiful views that even I feel like I feel jealous about all the incomings that have seen these beautiful places and I haven't. So another thing we have is Proyecto Chile or Project Chile. It's like a city game, like a Found the Treasure. We gave to the incomings some cues, so some cues, some clues to resolve different problems or go to different cities, different places, taste some foods, some drinks, and then that you have all the checklist done, you will have to go to a certain place, and there will be some people from Chile waiting for the incomings with a prize. So it's a real entertaining instance and moment because you get to know a lot of things that we have here in Chile, and it's also a moment to share with all of us. So it's a very nice project. We're always working in this project for getting better, but I really like it personally. It's a beautiful instance. I really like it. And here you can see some of the typical culture things in Chile. There's our typical dance that it's a cueca. It's like cueca. It's a dance that likes to tries to assimilate like the chickens when the I don't know how to explain, but the chickens were they communicating, like attracting each other. That's like the essence of the dance, to attract the women, and very I could say sensual, but it's really fun to do, and we do it mostly in September. That it's our national fest. And also with the cueca, we eat a lot and drink a lot. And principal here we have our traditional drink that it's terremoto or earthquake. That it's really good. If you ever come to Chile, you have to try it. And here we have empanadas. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's like bread that is filled with cheese or meat and some vegetables. There's a lot of things. There's also mote con huesillo, that it's like a seed with peach that it's dehydrated and some juice. It's really good. It tastes better than I can explain it, but it's really good. We have a lot of other things like sopaipillas, it's like Chilean pancakes that are made out of pumpkin. So we have a lot of typical things that are so delicious. And here in September in our fest, it's like joy. You can watch everywhere and you will see joy, joy, joy everywhere. And here you can see some places that tourism is one of the things that Chile is known for. The beautiful views, the beautiful skies that you can see in some places, like in the north, it's the Moon Valley that it's like in Atacama, and it's gorgeous. In the night, you can see the stars. Here in the first picture, you can see Las Siete Tazas, the 7 cups, that it's in the south of Chile. That's a nature, like a nature park that has like 7 mini lakes that has a series of falls, and the water is going from one to another. It's very beautiful. It's very gorgeous. And you can see El Salar de Atacama. You can see the volcano and the therms, the desert. We have a lot of places and so different from each other that are really beautiful and very interesting to visit. So, well, that was our presentation from Chile. We're waiting for all of you to have your exchanges here. And don't forget to follow us on our social medias that are exchanges.ifmsa Chile and ifmsa Chile, where we post everything about our country. And lately in the exchanges Instagram, we're posting a lot of cities so you can know from more closer the things that you can see and watch, eat, know about our different cities and our LCs. So that's it. Thank you. I will stop to share.
Okay, I think that Bia is having some internet connection issues. So thank you a lot, Danielle. I'm so excited. I was like, I need to go to Chile. I'm like packing right now. Okay, Bia is back. So I'm gonna add her here and she's gonna ask you some questions, okay? That our students sent to us.
Hi, I can hear you. You're muted.
Microphone, it's off. I'll always do that. Danielle, your presentation, like Clara said, was amazing. I'm impressed. Every country that I watch, I want to go. It's really, really. Well, it's a language certificate required to the exchanges for Chile.
In the language, our doctors are really good at speaking English, but we need like an English certificate, but it's important to have a little bit of basic known about Spanish here to talk and communicate with the doctors and the patients. And there's one university that it's Universidad Católica, the Catholic university that requires a Spanish certificate. It has to be an advanced management of Spanish.
Okay. Let's see the next question. Okay. Thinking about the technology, like in medicine, how would you classify the level of the high technology in Chile's hospital? The student we contact with high technology or be working?
Now, okay, this is a really difficult question. Here in Chile, we have some hospitals that are really, really advanced in technology and some are not. But like UC, Catholic University Hospital, it's really, really modern. It has a lot of technology. It's not like the general view of Chile, I have to say. But there are some hospitals that receive incomings here that have great technology and advanced like machines for exams and things.
Okay, that's great. We really know Brazil. It's like that too. There's a lot of difference between the
Yes.
cities and the stuff. It's really common. So let's see. Oh, what's the currency in Chile? What coins do you use? And it's expensive country to travel, to live, to eat.
Um, I would say that it's like a medium point. Like, I don't know, to eat, it depends on what do you want to eat, but I don't know. We have a lot of places when you can eat like home food that are just a small business where families make food, and it's like a restaurant, but of the family. And like for, I don't know, um, less than $10, you can eat a full lunch. Here, the lunch is like the principal meal in the day, and you will very good. You have no problem for transportation. Like I don't know, with $1, you can take like two buses that we call here micro to go to different places from the same city. And if you
Okay,
want to go to another city, like I don't know, $5. That's
okay. And I want to ask you, right now it's a personal question. You talked about the bus and stuff. How is the public transport? It's good. We can use, or we have to use like Ubers or taxis. I don't know.
Um, here in Chile, the most people move in public transport, like I said, in buses or like taxis, but they are not taxis like that, and in the subway. Um, it's like the principal way to move here in Chile. It's, I don't know, like I have two kinds of feelings because it's not that expensive, but it's also it always doesn't always have the greatest conditions here. But like I said, it's really affordable. You can use the transport to move everywhere you need. It's more common to use public transport than Uber or something else.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Oh, and in Santiago we have like a card, like it's the beep card, and with that you can move in subway to everywhere in Santiago.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And you like pay just once.
Yes, so, I mean you pay at the beginning of your like when you're going to take the subway, and then you mark to go out, but it charges just one time. And if you want
Oh,
to
okay.
use the subway again, you have to put your card again, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, we have one more question. Oh, and this question is a safe place for a solo travel, like for a woman. How's that question in Chile?
Well, I think this is a really difficult question. Um, Personally, I first would like to say that it's not my reality, so I'm going to talk about what I can see from my teammates here in Chile. And it really depends on the city and the place of the city. Like in Santiago, we have a lot of inequality in the city. So there are places that are really safe and you don't have to be afraid of anything, but there are also places that it's not that safe. Um, I also think that I think that I can't give you like a yes or no answer. Like I said, it's not my reality, but I can also assure you that here, like if I can say Chile, we're always going to be there for the support and to make sure that if you want to travel solo, you won't have problems, you won't have to be afraid of.
Okay, I think that was the last question. We really want to thank you for accepting our invite. It was great. Your explanations about the country and the whole stuff was amazing. I think really clarify and give a good experience. And now it's an opportunity for a lot of our students. They're now considering Chile.
Yes,
I
we
don't
also
know.
also in Chile we have like our exchanges team. always have like a group of girls that are supporting each other and taking care of each other. So it's really a safe place in that area. Like I said, I can't always talk about the national reality, but here we always we're going to be very careful with every person that comes to Chile.
Oh, great. I think now Lara is going to say, I don't know, it's just going to turn.
Yes. Hi. I just wanted to, as Bia, say thank you, Danielle. It was amazing. And thank you about explaining a little bit more about the last question. I was curious too. So now I have a better like overview in Chile. I think that's similar to Brazil. There is like situations and places. Yes. Thank you a lot. It was amazing. Okay. Now I'm going to take you both off the screen. And thank you a lot. Bye bye. Oi, gente, essa foi a nossa última apresentação dessa sala. Aqui está no chat o formulário de presença, o nosso segundo formulário de presença. A gente vai deixar ele aberto por 10 minutos e logo após nós iremos fechá-lo, tá bem? Espero que vocês tenham aproveitado muito a nossa Exchange Fair de hoje. Lembrando que nos próximos dias teremos mais, amanhã também teremos a apresentação de mais Exchange Fair e nas próximas semanas. Essa é a nossa segunda semana de 4. Tá bem? Muito, muito obrigada. E é isso.
A DENEM é de quê?
De luta!
E a DENEM é de quê?
De luta!
A DENEM é de quê?
De luta!